Good evening, fellow BIAFRANs, men and women of goodwill and of good conscience. This is the BIAFRA live presentation on this evening of the 12th of July 2019. We are live from London on a very short broadcast this evening. My name is Mefor. We are welcoming you from wherever you are listening to this all-important edition of the program. We are calling down the glory of the Most High God, He who sees in secret and open, the mighty one in battle that has set us forth on this improbable journey to restoration. We call upon him to come and be on the driving seat and to direct the affairs of this evening, that in the end, not only that this gospel is preached, but that it will go forth to touching hearts of men and women from around the world, and indeed continue to set our enemies on their feet and continue to instill confusion in their midst and in their camps, that they shall continue to speak in confusing, antithetical languages among themselves, just like what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. May all the saboteurs who have been sabotaging this effort never know peace. May they continue to reap from the treachery that they have sown. In turn, bless the people of Biafra. Restore us to our lost inheritance in the land of Biafra. Men and women have died because of this cause we are fighting for. May the souls of our gallant heroes and heroines of Biafra, who have paid the ultimate price, continue to rest in your bosom, that we may indeed continue on this planet Earth until Biafra is restored, on their honor and on their behalf. Allow us to stand on it when fully restored, to raise our voices in unison once again, that the rest of humanity will take notice and acknowledge the fact that you are our God and we are your people. Bless our leader Mazi Uche and his family. Bless all hardcore IPOB family members. Bless all individual family members at different levels and at different nooks and crannies of Biafra land in the contraption called Nigeria and all over the world. You shall allow us to see Biafra. We are not going to hand this baton to our children or to generations of Biafrans to come. It shall come in our lifetime, that your name may be glorified in our lives. To this we say amen and amen and amen. He say, my name is Uche Mefor. I am standing in here for great Mazi Uche on this evening. A glorious evening that you have made. The Most High God, we ask you to pilot the affairs, that we shall deliver, and that we shall continue to remain faithful to this cause, and never to be distracted, never to allow ourselves to be distracted, and never to set our eyes off the ball, but to continue until total freedom, total liberation is achieved. It is our pledge on this platform that the heart of this project shall never be allowed to see corruption. Give us the strength, give us the tenacity, give us every ounce of courage and determination to make this a reality. We invite you, eminent Biafrans from around the world, to join this program this evening and to take heed and to be conscious more than ever before. Be at alert, because our enemies are not sleeping. They are coming in different guises. They are coming in different shapes and forms, and they are not relenting. And that is why we must guard ourselves. We must guard this project jealously and put everything we have in it to make sure that it is preserved and that nobody, no intruder will come in. What am I going to say this evening? Very short one. There is an orchestrated international syndicate. There is, I repeat, an orchestrated international coalition of syndicates who are pretending to be speaking for IPOB, but they are not part of IPOB. Our people must be very, very vigilant. There are individuals and groups who have now thought that IPOB is business. They now have franchise. Everybody is now a broadcaster on Facebook. We must be very careful, because it appears that we have forgotten the principle that have led us this far. You can speak on behalf of Biafra. You know you as a friend of Biafra. You can speak on behalf of IPOB, but you cannot be far from IPOB. If you are broadcasting, if you are speaking, advocating on behalf of IPOB, you must be part of us. Very important. There are a number of individuals on Facebook as we speak now. Some of them are spitting fire and brimstone. Some of them are claiming to be what they are not, for avoidance of doubt. And our people are jumping up, our people are elated, our people are indeed flabbergasted by their sweet tongues and all that. Our people are refreshed, I must say, that they have seen another man, another woman, another group of people speaking on behalf of our people in a way that has never been done before. But I tell you, before you get carried away, look into the profiles, look into the background of those who are pretending to be speaking for IPOB. Hana Tuakava, they have now thought that IPOB is business. But approach them and tell them to join IPOB, they will tell you, no, I am supporting IPOB. They have a very solid business agenda. They want to attract traffic to their platforms. Now, don't get me wrong. We are not saying that there are no genuine individuals and groups who are speaking on behalf of IPOB, who are standing in solidarity for us or with us, standing in the gap for us. But give them, subject them to a very simple test, and you will see their response. What am I saying this evening? You cannot claim to be speaking on behalf of IPOB, broadcasting on behalf of IPOB, broadcasting on behalf of BIAFRA, calling Nnamdi Kanu, Odogu, Ohamadike, Anugangampu, and all that. But all you are doing is to attract followership on your side. When you are asked whether you belong to any IPOB family, you say no. Some of them will claim that they are. But when you ask them who is their coordinator, which family unit do you belong, they will not be able to say that. And our people are jumping up, following them. These people are very clever, smart black men and women with a very ambitious business model and plan. You got to be very careful. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about it. Some of us, when they are in position of authority or influence, they now take laws into their hands. They now become masters of their own. They now decide what happens outside the knowledge of IPOB leadership. That is not how we operate. And it cannot change now. Very important. Otherwise, there's nothing I'm doing here. I simply get out of this platform for avoidance of doubt. If you cannot imbibe simple discipline, simply get out. Very important. As I'm talking to everyone, I'm talking to myself as well. There is a well-oiled syndicated group across board, a global force, I must tell you, who claim, okay, since the IPOB members insist that you have to join them, since for you to be supported, for you to get support, for you to get fellowship, you have to pretend as if you are part of them. We know all of you. Before anybody speaks on behalf of IPOB on a consistent basis, before anybody earns the trust of IPOB members, that person must be part and parcel of IPOB family, where he is or where she is. That is number one. And secondly, you must take an oath. You must take an oath. If you don't take oath, you are not part of us. We shall continue to watch you very closely and cautiously as well. We are now saying this thing for people to take note. If you know that you think that you have somehow you have made your way, made your road into IPOB platform, you call Nnamdi Kanu Hamadike, we must get Biafra today and tomorrow. We must do this, we must do that. There are some of them who are they're full of, how will I put it, full of themselves. They will say all manner of things, promise all manner of things on behalf of our people, but they don't have anything. They have nothing. This time around, our principle is, our method of approach is, if you say that you have something, show it to us. You have to prove yourself. I am talking to the gullible among us who are easily carried away. Some of them say that, oh, we are going to come out to defend our land, to protect people of Biafra. We are going to burn down Abuja. We are going to burn down Aso Rock today and tomorrow. People will say, oh, that's what we want and all that. This is a man. This is a man. That's how to go. One and all that. They have nothing. These are empty vessels. At most, or at worst, they will attract bad market to IPOB. They will end up inciting and endangering the lives of ordinary IPOB family members who are going about their legitimate businesses. Our people must be very careful. Our people must be very vigilant. Our people must be at alert. Stop sleeping. People are saying no sound. I don't understand this. How can there be no sound? How can there be no sound? Let people, please, especially those who are very much close by, let me know whether they are getting this broadcast or the signals from different platforms that they are listening with or through. But we cannot be distracted. I am recording this. If you want, we will have to replay it at some point. What are we saying here? That every day comes with every level of sophisticated deception from the zoo public. People are deceiving themselves, trying to behave or claim that they are fighting for IPOB, they are fighting for BIAFRAN. They are all fake and opportunistic individuals. And if you know that you are not opportunistic, if you know that you are genuine, then join IPOB family where you are. And more importantly, take an oath that we know that you are part of us. Our people must stop being gullible. Once they come, they will say one or two things. They will say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Another. Who doesn't know how to talk? Who doesn't know how to boast, for goodness sake? Who doesn't know how to promise you heaven on earth? So that you will get elated, so that you will get gingered up, and all that. Who doesn't know that I can tell you what you want to hear today, just for you to be happy and all that? But we know that the road is convoluted, it is complex. And it is better we tell you the truth so that you make up your mind at this particular point in time than telling you what you want to hear. And tomorrow, we are nowhere to be found. Among all these Facebook broadcast experts that are promising you heaven on earth, that are yapping, deceiving themselves, all in the name of promising you that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They don't have the energy to sustain this battle. It's simple as that. A number of them are guy men, for avoidance of doubt. They speak the language you understand to you. We are not pretending, and we are not going to tell you something that will make you to be happy. We will tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. We don't have magic wand, so make a decision now. We don't have magic wand to bring Biafra now and now and now, but we are going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that Biafra is restored. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Some of these Facebook broadcast experts, champions, none of them have been able to ask you, what happened to IPOB family members that were killed? What happened to IPOB family members that have been named? What happened to IPOB family members that are in prison as we speak? They have not been able to talk to you about them. They have not raised campaign against the zoo authorities, against saboteurs in our midst, and the so-called governors in our midst, who are serving their Hausa Fulani Janjaweed masters. What they are telling you is that, man, we are going to bring this support down. We are going to do this down. It's not about talking. It's about you showing what you have, for avoidance of doubt. We don't believe in talking too much this time around. We are concentrating on being more than ever before pragmatic in the true in the true sense of the word. Our people must be very careful, very vigilant that people are coming up with all manner of deceptive tactics every day. And we are very much determined to bust this group of syndicates and expose them for whom they are. We don't have what it takes to propagate fake news that people may be gingered up. We don't want fake news on our platform. And I myself will champion a campaign against it. Very important. Very important. Everybody must be at alert. We have gone too far to even begin to think of going back. We have built up a credibility that can never be erased, that can never be obliterated from history. But if we allow charlatans, opportunists, desperate, marauding, how do I put it, deceptors or deceptive minds to infiltrate us, then that is the end of us. We must guard jealously what we have. We must maintain and proudly and courageously express ourselves in every way possible to make sure that the heart of this project is protected. The heart of this project will be shielded from corruption. Nobody, as long as we live, nobody can destroy IPOB. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter what you have. There are a number of them here in the United Kingdom. And very soon you will understand where you are. There are a number of them here in the United Kingdom, in different parts of Europe, in the United States of America, in Malaysia, in just name them, in Asia, in Africa, all of them. There is no continent where these individuals are not operating. Let me say it once again. If you know that IPOB is very key, very central to you have interest of IPOB at heart, and that you have the mouth to speak, you are an advocate, and you have been broadcasting on Facebook, join IPOB family, close to where you are. Very important. More than ever before. Take an oath. Very important. There is something very strange about the lives of some people who are claiming, calling Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and all that. We are going to do this, we are going to do that, but they don't have anything. All of a sudden, they begin to tell you, oh, we want this, we want that. Some of them will advance a reason or one lazy excuse that Nnamdi Kanu told us, if you know what you can do to get Biafra, do it. But you don't have anything. If you know what you can do to get Biafra, do it. So, instead of you to use your intelligence, your skill, to advance the cause of Biafra, you come back on the IPOB platform that is already existing, built up over the years, to begin to exploit people and tell us that Nnamdi Kanu say, do whatever you can to get Biafra. We know that IPOB platform is already made. And we are inviting people as well who have all it takes, who have the intelligence, the ingenuity, and something new to add to the struggle, to contribute it, not to come and take from what we have. And that is the worrisome aspect of it. That people think that, okay, we are now coming, I have to talk, I have to say this, I have to. Then when you come in, you begin to harvest IPOB family members onto a different platform that you have set up for yourself. It can no longer work. Some of you are bloggers. When you come in, you pretend that you are writing for IPOB and all that. But you are building your own business. Of course, we know those who have worked very hard and they have to make a living. But don't come with deceptive mindset from the outset in order to see whether you can harvest IPOB members and divide them to your platform. It will not work. And we are also talking to the gullible among us. Since 2015, when these charlatans, when these opportunistic individuals started hatching plots, setting up groups in IPOB to destroy IPOB, knowing fully well that Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, was in Kuje prison. They did everything possible to destroy IPOB. Today, some of them are still part and parcel of hardcore IPOB principal officers, pretending as if they have never done anything before. If all of you want us to expose ourselves, we will. Very important. I'm getting angry with some of the people that I see within our fold pretending today. Very important that our people understand and advise themselves accordingly. If you know you don't have anything to offer IPOB, shut up and be a follower. But if you come with a deceptive mindset to try to reap from already made platform the indefatigable, the unstoppable IPOB families around the world. Built by the sacrifices of individuals and groups. A number of us have died on the course for victory and on the road to this prosperity effort. A number of us have been maimed. A number of us have gone to prison. And some number are still suffering. But some individuals, some charlatans who have been by the roadside waiting for an opportunity for them to reap where they did not sow, are now the people coming up reaping actually where they did not sow. Some individuals and groups are very, they don't want to be part of IPOB, but they will be talking about IPOB. And when you approach them, they will tell you, oh, I've been fighting for IPOB. I'm an independent advocate fighting for IPOB. These are the people who are standing on the fence for avoidance of doubt. People who don't know their right hand from their left. People who think that, oh, I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So instead of losing both sides, let me stand in between. Time has come when we must have to take a decision. It's either you are on IPOB platform or you belong to Friends of IPOB and Friends of Biafra supporting what we are doing. And we know that you are wholeheartedly supporting what we're doing. But you cannot be talking about IPOB, advocating for IPOB every day, as long as it pleases you. But you have a different platform, harvesting and using IPOB membership to build up your platform. If you cannot take a note, if you cannot be part of IPOB family member where you are, then you must stop talking about us, because you have a different mindset. This is unbelievable. The deception is too much. Our principal officers in different parts of Africa, Asia, Americas, and Europe must be very vigilant. Very, very vigilant. We must do everything humanly possible to make sure that we are on the right track. I am not going to talk for too much here because times are different. And I'll be handing over to the Africa rep, Mazi Uche, to continue. Of course, that will be in no distant time. A number of people are coming up on social media platform telling our people that there is no God, that there is no need to pray, there is no need to be spiritual, that we are faced by horrific circumstance, that our enemies are at our door. Of course we know that. But it is very, very devilish for anyone to advise you to forget the central position of the presence of the Most High God in our midst. All we are saying is we must use common sense. If our enemies are knocking at the door, what you are expected to do is not for you to be calling the Most High God to come down from heaven and fight your enemy. You must apply common sense. Go into battle with them and hand over everything you are doing into the hands of the Most High God. And He will protect you. Very important. But there are people who are advocating, coming up with strange doctrines on this platform, telling you that there is no God. Yet they have not been able to save themselves. Implicit in the notion of what we are doing is the acknowledgement of the centrality and indispensability of the presence of the Most High God in our midst. It's very important. And it's all about common sense. We must fight our enemies when they come for us. We must defend ourselves. It is not the Most High God that will come down from heaven and fight for us, because He has given us life, He has given us every enablement, He has given us the strength, the knowledge, the ability to take care of the lives He has given to us. But let no man come and deceive us on this platform. And let no man think that he is so smart. Let no woman think that she is so smart. We must be vigilant. We must be focused. And we must, more than ever before, apply pragmatic approach to everything we are doing. This is Radio BIAFRA presentation on discipline of the 12th of July 2019. We are live from London. The zoo called Nigeria has been dealt a devastating blow. And kudos to what indigenous people of Biafra family members are doing around the world. The zoo called Nigeria has been exposed beyond imagination, so that contraption and her citizens are now regarded as pariah. Very soon Europe will stop giving visas to those who call themselves Nigerians. The United States of America has fired the first salvo, and all the zoo foreign office, all the zoo media did was to scramble and advance one excuse or the other. The work that has been done in recent times has been responsible for certain change of policies towards Nigeria and our people. How can animals be elevated more than human beings? Of course, animals have life and must be protected. But how can, for instance, in the zoo called Nigeria, Fulani marauding terrorists with their cows are elevated and protected more than every other person in that contraption called Nigeria? And they are being given government and official backing. The world is not sleeping. We are also thanking the South African government for what they are doing this time around. And very soon we know that so many countries will follow suit. If people in the contraption called Nigeria not yet appreciate, if they have not appreciated the fact that they are in a very deep mess, then there will be no redemption for them. There will never be redemption. The zoo called Nigeria is a rogue state under the control of rogue elements, barbarians, and not human beings. And it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to expose this contraption for what it is. Give every official secrecy that the zoo called Nigeria has marked herself in out to foreign governments, that they will actually take the necessary steps. They spend billions of worthless naira and dollars and pounds in their foreign missions, but they are not in position to protect their own citizens. This is what IPOB has been fighting against. This is what Biafrans have been fighting against. In addition to the injustice, in addition to the killings, the maimings, the abductions, and genocide directed against us, everything is paying off. The zoo called Nigeria is being fought both in official and unofficial quarters, and it is undergoing spiritual chastisement. The contraption called Nigeria has died a natural death. It's just a matter of time. What is sustaining it today remains the looted funds, remains the people who have looted public treasury and invested it. What is still keeping the zoo called Nigeria afloat today remains the money from the crude oil that they are spending every day. The northern part of the zoo politicians remain the greatest looters, the worst looters, dangerous indeed. Despite all the billions of the worthless naira, of the pounds and euros, including foreign aid, diverted to the northern part of the zoo called Nigeria, they remained eternally backward. And you think that they are going to recover from it? You think that they are going to improve? You think that they are not beyond redemption? We must be hallucinating. As we observe all these things, as we acknowledge the fact that the contraption called Nigeria is on the brink, we must also continue to prepare for the future that we have been beholding all this while. Biafra shall be restored. It's just a matter of time. Our leader aroused the consciousness of our people to the fact that we need support across board. And today, a lot of individuals and groups are coming up, attaching themselves to IPOB and telling you to donate, telling you to do this and do that. I don't understand what that means. Our people should be very, very careful. One of the important projects that we must make sure that we accomplish remains the establishment or the installation of FM relay stations in different communities in Biafra land. If you are an IPOB family member, if you're a friend of Biafra and you're from Biafra land, make sure that you gather people from your own community to sponsor FM relay station and satellite units, that your community will always be getting the necessary information they need in order to prepare for the future, and more importantly for this precision effort. I have had a number of people soliciting funds on air. People are more interested in putting FM radio station in Lagos, in other cities in the zoo called Nigeria, and to the detriment of the towns and cities in Biafra land that we have been asking our people to do something about. I don't see the sense in it. Before you put FM radio station outside Biafra land, make sure that the whole of Biafra land is covered first. That energy outside Biafra land must be redirected towards Biafra land. There is an increasing instances of people coming on air soliciting for funds for whatever reason without the knowledge of the state or local government or senatorial coordinators in Biafra land, or even from their coordinators in the diaspora. That must stop. Very important. We have a way of operating, and we must have to stick to it. This is where the Biafra presentation. We are moving for Most High God remains in China. I'm not going to take any call this evening for avoidance of doubt. If you want to call into a program, join our Africa rep, whom I'll be handing over to this particular point in time, and in no distant time. I thank you, eminent Biafrans, for having listened to us, and we urge you to keep hope alive and never allow yourselves to be used. I also have to make this announcement very important. There are some individuals who are very, very good, very, very desperate in bringing our principal officers into a state of coalition. There are individuals who we want to inbox you. They inbox this principal officer, they inbox this principal officer, they tell them the same thing. In the process, what we are encouraging by allowing this support is inconsistency. We have to restate what we know that has remained an unwritten code in what we do. The immediate principal officer in charge of your unit, your zone, your state, or country should be your first point of contact before going to any member of the directorate, before coming to me, before going to our leader, except in state of emergency, where understandably there is no other way of passing that information. There are people going about contacting individual principal officers on the same issue. When you contact your state coordinator, you now go to BIAFRAN coordinator, for instance, you tell him the same thing and all that. At the end of the day, there will be conflicting instructions. This must stop. If you have any issue, you have to report to your immediate superior. Your immediate superior will now pass that information to the appropriate quarters, except where your immediate superior is not doing what he's supposed to. But I don't see the reason why they will not be able to do it. The principle of command and control remains paramount. Without that, we will not be where we are today. Our people must indeed imbibe this, and not only that they imbibe it, they must make sure that it is implemented. Thank you very much, and God bless you. My name remains Mazi Uche, Mefor, and I'll be handing over to Africa Rep in no distant time. Once again, I'm not going to take calls this evening. May the Most High God bless each and every one of you. If you want to make call, please call our Radio Biafra Extra. What else can I say? We thank the Most High God for having made it possible for us to have deliberated our minds together. Indeed, it is time to go. We continue to implore Him to continue to renew us, continue to revive us, and more importantly, may He give us every enablement to restore Biafra. From me, from here, this is Mazi Uche Mefor at this particular point in time. Signing off. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless.